Jen. Now, this is Council President Stacey Kelly, getting ready to start our special council meeting of Thursday, August 27th, beginning at 6:20 p.m. We'll begin with the Pledge of Allegiance. Please rise. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, nation under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Mayor Biassiata. Mayor Biassiata.
Here.
Okay, Director of Law Pignatello.
Here.
Director of Finance Petruniak.
Here.
Councilman at Large Elliott.
Here.
Councilwoman at Large Kelly.
Here.
Councilman at Large Koyu.
Here.
Ward 1 Councilman Kiriazis.
Here.
Ward 2 Councilman Martin.
Here.
Ward 3 Councilman Snitsky.
Here.
Ward 4 Councilman Delaquila.
Here.
Director of Public Service and Properties Johnson.
Here.
Building Commissioner Grassi.
Present.
Engineer Collins.
Here.
Moving on to ordinances and resolutions. We will now have the first reading of ordinance number 68-2020.
Madam President,
Councilman Kuliu.
move to suspend the rules of council and read ordinance number 68-2020 by title only for its first and final reading.
Roll call.
Second by
Thank you.
Kiriazis.
Roll call, please.
Delaquila.
Yes.
Elliott.
Yes.
Kelly.
Yes.
Kiriazis.
Yes.
Koyu.
Yes.
Martin.
Yes.
Snitsky.
Yes.
Ordinance number 68, 2020, introduced by Mayor Biassiata and councilpersons Kelly, Elliott, Koyu, Kiriazis, Martin, Snitsky, and Delaquila. An ordinance authorizing and directing the mayor to enter into an agreement on behalf of the city of Seven Hills, Ohio, with HSH Construction and Excavating Incorporated of Wadsworth, Ohio, appropriating an amount not to exceed $97,314.80 for the Skyview Drive Storm Sewer Outfall Improvement Project and declaring an emergency.
Is there a further motion?
Madam President,
Councilman Kuliu.
I move to approve the emergency clause in Section 4 of Ordinance 68-2020.
Second by Kiriazis.
Roll call.
Delaquila.
Yes.
Elliott.
Yes.
Kelly.
Yes.
Kiriazis.
Yes.
Koyu.
Yes.
Martin.
Yes.
Snitsky.
Yes.
For a comment here, the emergency clause is added to this ordinance so we could get this job done this construction season and to avoid any further risk to the area. Is there a further motion?
Madam President,
Councilman Kuliu.
I move to pass ordinance number 68-2020 as an emergency measure.
Second by Kiriazis.
Roll call.
Delaquila.
Yes.
Elliott.
Yes.
Kelly.
Yes.
Kiriazis.
Yes.
Koyu.
Yes.
Martin.
Yes.
Ski.
Ordinance 68-2020 has passed. Moving on for the first reading of ordinance number 69-2020.
Madam President, this is Councilman Delaquila. May I interject?
Councilman Delaquila, go ahead, please.
Thank you. I'm going to request that my name be withdrawn as a sponsor of ordinance 69-2020. I will be recusing myself.
Mr. Clerk, that's so noted.
Okay. Is there a motion?
Madam President, Councilman Martin.
Councilman Martin.
Yes, I move to suspend the rules of council and read ordinance number 69-2020 by title only for its first and final reading.
This is Councilman Elliott. I second the motion.
Roll call, please.
Elliott?
Yes.
Kelly?
Yes.
Curriasis?
I abstain.
Koyu?
Yes.
Martin?
Yes.
Snitsky?
Yes.
Ordinance number 69, 2020, introduced by Mayor Biassiata and councilpersons Kelly, Elliott, Koyu, Curriasis, Martin, and Snitsky. An ordinance appropriating the additional sum of $53,577.83 for a change order to ordinance number 86, 2019, passed by council on June 11, 2019, and ordinance number 114, 2019, passed by council on August 24, 2019, which authorized an initial amount of $1,396,317.78, combined total, for the concrete pavement rehabilitation and asphalt overlay program throughout the city of Seven Hills, to include the northbound curb lane of Broadview Road from East Pleasant Valley Road, heading south approximately 400 LF, and declaring an emergency.
Is there a further motion?
Madam President, Councilman Martin.
Councilman Martin.
I move to approve the emergency clause in Section 3 of the ordinance.
Second. By Elliott.
Roll call.
Elliott?
Yes.
Kelly?
Yes.
Koyu?
Yes.
Martin?
Yes.
Snitsky?
Yes.
Just a brief comment here on ordinance number 69-2020. The emergency measure is needed. We want to get this done during this construction season, and it is a safety issue due to the road deteriorating. Is there a further motion?
Madam President, Councilman Martin.
Councilman Martin.
I move to pass ordinance number 69-2020 as an emergency measure.
Councilman Elliott, a second.
Roll call, please.
Elliott?
Yes.
Kelly?
Yes.
Koyu?
Yes.
Martin?
Yes.
Snitsky?
Yes.
Ordinance number 69-2020 has passed. We'll now have the reading of the fiscal officer's certificate dated August 27, 2020, pertaining to ordinance number 70-2020.
To the Council of the City of Seven Hills, Ohio. As fiscal officer of the City of Seven Hills, I certify, in connection with your proposed issue of notes in an aggregate principal amount of $3,775,000 in anticipation of the issuance of bonds to provide funds to pay the property owner's portion in anticipation of the levy and collection of special assessments and part of the city's portion of the costs of improving Twilight Drive, Nemeth Drive, Cherry Lane, Hillside Road, Seven Hills Boulevard, Shady Lane, North Mary Lane, South Mary Lane, and certain city easements and rights-of-way by constructing and reconstructing sanitary sewer system improvements, including sanitary sewers, a lift station, and force main and sanitary sewer service connections, stormwater drainage system improvements and water system improvements, including water mains and water service connections, and reconstructing, rehabilitating, and restoring the pavement base, and resurfacing roadways where necessary, in each case together with the necessary appurtenances and work incidental thereto, between the termini and in the manner provided in Resolution Number 59, 2017, adopted on December 26, 2017, that the estimated life or period of usefulness of the project is at least 5 years. The estimated maximum maturity of the bonds, calculated in accordance with Section 133.20 of the Revised Code, is 20 years. The maximum maturity is based on my calculation of the life or period of usefulness of the project as measured by the weighted average of the amount of proceeds proposed to be expended for each of the classes of the improvements included in the project, which is not less than 20 years, and because the special assessments for the project are to be payable over a period of 20 years, and the bonds are to be issued in anticipation of the collection of those special assessments. Maximum maturity of the notes is at least December 31st, 2023, being December 31st of the 5th year following the year of issuance of the original issue of notes in anticipation of special assessments for the project. Dated August 27th, 2020, signed Director of Finance, Richard Petrunian.
Thank you, Carol.
You're welcome.
We'll now have the first reading of ordinance number 70-2020.
Madam President,
Councilman Snitsky.
I move to suspend the rules of council and read ordinance number 70-2020 by title only for its first and final reading.
Delaquilla, second.
Roll call, please.
Delaquilla,
Yes.
Elliott,
Yes.
Kelly,
Yes.
Curriasis,
Yes.
Koyu,
Yes.
Martin,
Yes.
Snitsky.
Yes.
Ordinance number 70, 2020, introduced by councilpersons Kelly, Elliott, Koyu, Curriasis, Martin, Snitsky, and Delaquilla. An ordinance providing for the issuance and sale of $3,775,000 of notes in anticipation of the issuance of bonds to provide funds to pay the property owner's portion in anticipation of the levy and collection of special assessments, and part of the city's portion of the cost of improving Twilight Drive, Nemeth Drive, Cherry Lane, Hillside Road, Seven Hills Boulevard, Shady Lane, North Mary Lane, South Mary Lane, and certain city easements and rights-of-way between certain termini by constructing and reconstructing certain sanitary sewer system, storm water drainage system, and water system improvements, and reconstructing and rehabilitating the pavement base and resurfacing roadways where necessary, in each case together with the necessary appurtenances and work incidental thereto, and declaring an emergency.
Is there a further motion?
Madam President,
Councilman Snitsky.
I move to approve the emergency clause in section 18 of the ordinance.
Delaquilla, second.
Roll call, please.
Delaquilla,
Yes.
Elliott,
Yes.
Kelly,
Yes.
Curriasis,
Yes.
Koyu,
Yes.
Martin,
Yes.
Snitsky.
Yes.
A brief comment on ordinance number 70-2020. The emergency measure is needed to meet the renewal maturity date of November 5th of 2020. Is there a further motion?
Madam President,
Councilman Snitsky.
I move that we pass ordinance number 70-2020 as an emergency measure.
Delacola, second.
Roll call?
Delacola.
Yes.
Elliott. Councilman Elliott. Kelly.
Yes.
Curriasis.
Yes.
Koyu.
Yes.
Martin.
Yes.
Snitsky.
Yes.
And Councilman Elliott, are you there? Okay.
I say yes. I'm sorry I lost you guys.
Okay.
Okay.
7
We got every- Okay, ordinance number 70-2020 has passed. Moving on to miscellaneous comments. We'll begin with Councilman Elliott.
Was that for Councilman Elliott? I'm sorry you were broken up.
Yep, miscellaneous comments, Councilman.
I have nothing this evening, Madam President. Thank you.
Thank you. Miscellaneous comments, Councilman Snitsky.
Just one thing. I've been working with Jack Johnson on trying to get some funds out of the tree fund to start replanting trees, hopefully in residential tree lawns. This is a fund a lot like the Squad Assistance Fund. Money goes into it, but there's no legislation that we can find to take money out of it. So there's about $65,000 in there, which if you use an average cost of $300 to plant a tree, we can plant 217 trees. I mean, that would totally deplete the fund. But we're looking at some ways to see if anybody knows of any grant money out there for something like this, let me know. I've been doing some research and I haven't found anything. I've been talking to ODNR and they don't know of anything. But Jack and I are working on trying to come up with a way to start allowing the service department to start replant trees. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Snitsky. Koyu, miscellaneous comments.
Thank you, Madam President. Yes, I'd just like to thank Mayor Biassiota and his help. There was a resident on Dartmoor Road that was complaining about a pretty unsafe pothole on Dartmoor Avenue, and Mayor Biassiota helped me in expediting that, getting taken care of, and they were very happy with everything. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilman Curriasis?
Madam President, I have nothing tonight. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilman Martin, miscellaneous comments?
Madam President, I have nothing this evening. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilman Delaquilla?
Thank you, Madam President. Nothing further this evening.
Thank you. I just have a reminder, our next council meeting, our regularly scheduled council meeting will be September 15th. I have no further comments. Any comments from the mayor or the administration?
Madam President, this is Mayor Biassiata.
Mayor Biassiata, go ahead, please.
Thank you, Madam President. Real quickly, I'd like to, I want to thank the council president for calling this meeting, this special meeting. I want to thank council as a whole for acting expeditiously on our 3 ordinances tonight. I appreciate the support and confidence council has in myself and my staff. The 3 ordinance one was very important. It's one of our items that we identified from the Water Task Force Management. It's going to help the storm sewer situation on Skyview. The road repair on Broadview, it was an emergency. It was very much starting to deteriorate. And last but not least was a housekeeping issue, the renewal of notes for Hemlock. And doing it in the expeditious manner that council did it tonight allows the maximum amount of time for the administration to rate shop on this renewal. So I once again thank you to council as a whole for giving us the tools to provide good value to our residents. Thank you. Have a good evening.
Thank you, Mayor. Any comments from the administration?
Madam President, this is Councilman Curriasis.
Yes, Councilman Curriasis. Go ahead.
When our next meeting be September 8th? That's the second Tuesday. September 1st is a Tuesday. When September 8th be our next meeting?
The first week in September is not a full week, so the first technical full week would be September 8th.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
No problem.
Thank you.
Anyone else? You're welcome. Anyone else? Okay, if there's no further comments, I'm going to make a motion to adjourn our special council meeting at 6:41 p.m.
Pardon, second.
Delacroix, please.
Delacroix?
Yes.
Elliott?
Yes.
Kelly?
Yes.
Curriasis?
Yes.
Koyu?
Yes.
Martin?
Yes.
Snitsky?
Yes, have a wonderful evening.
Thanks, folks. Have a good night.
Thanks.